Hey guys, want to do a quick demo on how to create a chord chart. So I've got this chord chart that for Victory is Yours, and it's great, but it's 2 pages. We do not like that. So over here in Planning Center, I want to make a custom chord chart. First of all, let's make sure we've always got a BPM, time signature, and sequence. You can do the sequence a couple different ways. One, click here, build it out, drag and drop. But let's always try to build a good sequence. It'll help everybody who's going to be using this song in the future and help rehearsal go well. So to make our chord chart, we want to click here to Lyrics and Chords. It's going to open up to this screen here. Over here we have our editing window. Over here our presentation will show us what it looks like. So I want to see, well, I'll show you that in a second. First, I'm going to take my PDF, drag it to my other screen so I can see both things at the same time. There's a couple ways. You could drop the chord like this, drop an A. Well, at least at the original key, this matters here. I'm going to be building the chord chart in A, so I'm going to tell it I'm building in A, and over here it's going to keep it there. I could type it right where I want it, but trust me, that is not what you want to do. You end up with big spacing issues. The best way to do this is to go where you want the chord to appear, in the middle of the word fight. And then we do brackets, drop the chord. It is going to do some magic and drop it right where you want it. So that way, if we end up wanting this big, maybe there's a couple different deals like this. Watch this. It'll end up spacing it out. And let's say over here there's a D. These are not the right chords, but it does the spacing you need to get the chord right over where you wanted it to be. So we're going to build a chord chart in this way, and it is the right way. Let me tell you what. So next thing I want to do is I want my demo to be in the numbers chart, since that's what we normally use. And I'm going to go ahead and click numbers up here. That is going to generate that numbers PDF. If you don't click that, you won't ever see the numbers chart as the option, even after you've built the chord chart. So here we go. We're going to build our chord chart. Our fight, here we go, drop the A, is with weapons unseen. Our, here we go, enemies turn to their knees, we rise up in worship. That D is kind of in the middle of the word worship, so I'm going to put it in the middle of the word, and boom, there it goes. Quick pro tip, let's remove as many gaps as possible. We like to keep these chord charts need to be on one page. If we can't get it to one page, we got a problem. Next thing is we like to keep them to one column, since most people are using them on their phones. A long page is much better than a wide page, because the phones are very long and not very wide. So there you go. Worship when trials. There we go. F sharp minor. Unleash like a flood. And then there's kind of a hit here. So we're going to do the hit spaced out a little ways. It's going to put it right there. Boom. The battle. We sit down on the 1. Belongs to our God. We cry out in worship. And then we go to this little, yeah. So what I want to do here, they've got it on the chart this way. They've got a pipe, and then B minor, and then some spaces and a pipe. That indicates that we're going to sit there for a measure. Boom. Look how pretty that is. Perfect. Let's say you wanted this whole thing bolded, right? So the pipes aren't bolded. If you want it bolded, just come on here, create yourself a bold bracket, and it will bold. Or not. Anyways, if you need to learn how to do things, there's some things here. Page break, column break, how to type those, bold. I'm not sure why I didn't bold my pipes, but whatever. Maybe don't want to bold any pipes. I can be down with that. Okay. I bet if I put the bold in here, it would work. In fact, I'm gonna try it. Oh. Sorry for wasting your time. Alright. There we go. Boom! Bolded brackets. That's what I'm saying. Alright. Now we come to the chorus. I'm going to take out that extra line. Don't need it. It's going to add it with the chords. So, boom! F sharp minor. Now, the F sharp minor actually comes before the word the. So if I put a space there, let's see what happens. Boom! Bah! The victory is yours. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more spaces there. Is yours. And you know what I'm seeing? is that the chords for this, it goes 6 4 1 5 6 4 1 5 4. So what I like to do, and look, maybe y'all don't like this, but I like to build charts as simple as possible with as few interjections as possible, and make it as this is a reminder chart. This is not a, we're not going to be reading this chart as we do the song. We should know our songs better than that. Boom. The victory is yours. You're riding on the storm. Your name is unfailing. So now I'm indicating these are the chords for the chorus. And they repeat. And you should know, because you're a musician, where these chord changes are. They come down here. It repeats 2 times. And shake it. I'm going to go ahead and put it ends on the 4, but only right there. So I'm just going to put it there and shake it. That's your reminder that we end on the 4, even though the loop doesn't have the 4 at the end. So, like it or not, what this does is it saves us a lot of space on the chord chart. Rather than having a chord above every line and it repeating, it's, hey, here's the progression, 6 4 1 5. Keep playing that progressions. You should know, because you know this song well enough, you should know where those chord changes are. And then, hey, in case you forget and aren't feeling it, it ends on the 4. All right, so we're building, not pro-level charts, but we are building, hey, confident musician charts. These are not beginner charts. Okay, verse 2, I'm looking at it, and it matches very similarly to verse 1. There's only one difference. It's got a walk up. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this walk up in here, even though it might not be necessary. When trials unleash like a flood. Where's flood? Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong deal. I'll cry out in worship, and then here's this little hit here. Sorry, wrong brackets. I'm gonna throw in an E minor G sharp. Worship. Oh, walls of the prison will shake. The chain breaking king will rise to sing. All right, I'm good there. Moving on. Miscellaneous. Most of the time, miscellaneous, it's going to actually be an instrumental. So we'll go ahead and title this instrumental. And then I'm going to, and then I'm going to write the chords here. I don't need the brackets if I'm not trying to put these chords in the middle of words. So, I'm putting a space after the pipe before I type the chord, because it won't bold the chord. If you don't have a space after, it doesn't read it like a chord. So that's why I have that space there. Okay, and then we come to the bridge, and it is a repeating. Oh yeah, it's just like the chorus. F sharp, D, A, E. Yep. So the bridge chords are the exact same as the chorus. I'm going to go ahead and drop them in there just in case anyone wants to know. And then all powerful. Your name is unshaken. Wait. Your roar like thunder. Oh, nothing. Oh. God, all. Oh, it is different. My bad. Might be. It's the same as the instrumental. Boom. Gah. Okay. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Sometimes I've left this out and just put instrumental over here, and every instrumentalist just needs to know we go to the bridge chords. But, I'll be nice. We've got some room on this chart. I'll go ahead and leave it in. Comes down to the interlude, and the only thing about the interlude is that it ends on the 5 instead of the 3, this C instead of the C sharp. So what I'm going to do is to indicate that, hey, one time we actually don't go to that. At the very end, hit that 5 instead. And that's how we transition back to the chorus. So that's it, guys. What I am seeing is that there is a chorus 1B, which is the same as the first chorus. The only difference is that this is an A over E at the... So I'm like, man, is that even worth noting? Hey, bass player, when you're listening to the song, pay attention. Hit the A over E. That's really what we need to know. But you know what? To be nice, I'll throw it in here. But and this is where these chord charts are really, you study the song, you learn the song, and this thing helps you interpret what you're hearing. But you need to know the song well enough that this chord chart keeps you on track and doesn't confuse you. And you don't need this chord chart to read it through every word. It is a reminder. So there you go. That's how I build a chord chart. It's looking short. It's looking clean. It is something that helps you remember it. It is not something that you're going to read through and learn really easily just looking at the chart. It's going to take your ear to do that. But other than that, it's looking super fresh. Once we back out, it's done. There's our number chart because we clicked the number chart checkbox. Let's preview it. Woo! Delectable. I'll read that all day. All right, guys. See ya.